Well, look, it's been a very exciting and historic time, in the state of Indiana. And as the clerk of the largest county in Indiana, it's been my privilege, actually, for almost 8 years, to serve the people of my community. I believe in marriage equality. I am a believer, a strong believer in marriage equality. But I also believe in the rule of law. And not only am I the clerk, but I'm also a lawyer. I've been a lawyer for 24 years. And so every day in my job, I took an oath and I uphold the law in various ways, doing the job that I was elected to do. I was pleased to see what the federal court did on Wednesday at 11:45, and I'll never forget what time and when, because we immediately became prepared. And we had been talking for some months with the people who were the litigants in the case. Of course, the case originated out of Indianapolis, so the litigants are friends of mine, and we've been being prepared for what would happen. And so we were able to issue licenses immediately, and within a half an hour, we were issuing licenses.
Interesting case, though. Marion County was not one of the counties on the original 5, so you had made your decision that if the court decision had come down that way, that's how you were going to go.
Yes, we had been consulting with legal counsel about the way in which the decision would impact every county, not just the county of record. I read the decision. I've known Judge Young for some years. I read the decision. I thought it was clear based on the decision that we were instructed to issue licenses in a non-discriminatory way, and that's what we did. For 2.5 days, we issued more than 500 licenses. I personally performed about 200 weddings over the course of the 2 days. We were open until 11:15 on Wednesday night to accommodate the volume of the people. There were lines around the corner and out the door in my office all 3 days, every hour of the day.
I can't remember who it was who said no publicity is bad publicity, but on the other hand, you have been, across the wire, you have been a statewide figure, certainly over the course of the last several days.
Yes.
Do you see this as a benefit to your campaign?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I have long believed that you do the right thing, you do what you're instructed to do, what the law requires you to do, and let the politics take care of themselves. In my job, in the 8 years I've had my job, there have been lots of situations that have been very high profile. The 2008 primary election with Barack and Hillary. Our congresswoman passed away in March, or she passed away in December of 2007. I ran a special congressional election in March of 2008. I mean, lots of historic situations, and I'm called upon to do my job. And I can't worry about what the political implications are going to be. It just happens to be true that right now I'm also running statewide, and it happens to be true that this, of course, was very significant national news, but I can't worry about that. I have a job to do. I'm going to do my job. I happen to personally believe that it's the right thing that we have marriage equality in the state of Indiana. I was disappointed that the stay was issued, but when the stay was issued, my responsibility was to follow the law, and the law required me to stop issuing licenses. I haven't spent very much time, frankly, thinking about what the political ramifications are going to be for me. But this campaign for me, for Secretary of State, is about the future. What kind of Indiana do I want to leave for my son? I have a 5-year-old little boy. What kind of Indiana is he going to live in 10 years, in 15 years, in 30 years? And I believe I want him to live in an Indiana that is inclusive, an Indiana that is welcoming to everyone, and that all means all. That all people of the state of Indiana have an opportunity to avail themselves of their government in an equal and non-discriminatory way. That's the Indiana I want to leave for my son. And the fact that I really had a front row seat at history for the last 2 or 3 days has really been a terrific privilege for me. But win or lose the Secretary of State's campaign, I'm going to do what the office requires me to do, and I'm going to do it in a way that's respectful and opening and welcoming to the citizens of my community. We opened our office, we stayed open late, we were open early, we did what I believe the people of my community deserve, which is that they could avail themselves of the service of my office.
Good enough.